Good morning to all. Today, we are proceeding for the 4-week technology-based entrepreneurship development program focused on bio-entrepreneurship. Today is day 5, and we will cover the module 3, developing of soft skill as well as consolidation of business idea. We have 2 speakers, Ms. Priyanka Gupta ma'am, Head Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center, Inderprastha Engineering College, Ghaziabad. She will cover how to find out pre-feasibility of a project, preliminary project report. So this session will be very informative for you, and it will be very helpful for you to conduct the market survey and to prepare your preliminary project report. So let me introduce our keynote speaker. Ms. Priyanka Gupta, ma'am.
Namaskar. Namaskar, yes. Saurabh ji, namaskar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
For joining us. Thank you for accepting our invitation also. So participant is yet joining. So can we wait for 2 minutes more?
Yeah. Please see, as per your convenience, we can definitely wait for participants.
Okay.
I'm waiting. As soon as you will speak, I will switch on my camera.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can. So Priyanka ma'am is the head of Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center, Business Incubator, sponsored by the MSME. And he is also head the education. He is the faculty lecturer of Krishna Institute of Engineering and Technology. He was the technical training engineer at Bharat Electronic Limited. He has received his Master of Science from Birla Institute of Technology and Science, BITS Pilani, as well as BTech from the G.V. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology. So I would like to invite our keynote speaker to deliver the speech. Over to you, ma'am. You can share the screen also.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Gaurav. So first of all, Honorable Management, Galgotia University, and organizer, Dr. Gaurav. This is my proud privilege to be here for this session today. Thank you so much for inviting me for this wonderful session, where we are going to address, I think, almost 40 entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and faculty members from Galgotia University. This is my proud privilege to be here among you all. Thank you so much for the invitation and for your warm, introduction of mine. Thank you, Dr. Gaurav. I really appreciate your dynamicity. The way you are conducting this program, I could observe you are working on Sunday as well. That's really appreciating, sir. Wonderful efforts.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Without your guidance, we cannot do, ma'am.
Please, my pleasure always, and always would like to support such a dynamic personality. So always keep connected. So without taking much time forward, I would like to share my screen. Just
yes, ma'am, you can share.
so I think my screen is well visible. So participants, first of all, very wonderful morning to you all. And it would be my pleasure to listen little bit of background of the participants, just to give a wonderful start to the session. Because what I feel, once we start something with high energy and enthusiasm, it will definitely be something outcome based. We would definitely be able to learn from each other. Because here at this platform, we all are entrepreneurs. I'm also an entrepreneur. Once heading an incubator, so it's like running your own startup, giving services to a startup, and managing all the compliances, documentation, and our students, the vicinity people in our vicinity are our customers. So although Dr. Gaurav has already introduced me, I would like to give a brief of my work over here at Inderprastha Engineering College, Ghaziabad since last 10 years. So friends, I'm heading incubation center over here, which is approved by Ministry of MSME. And the objective of MSME incubator is to nurture the innovative ideas from the youth of the nation to serve at college campus, and also the innovators from outside arena. And in last in 10 years, we have received funding for more than 14 plus startups, where funding have been up to 8 lakh rupees per idea. And in last 3 years, the funding has been enhanced by Government of India by 15 lakh rupees. So I would like to share from this platform that this is one of the wonderful opportunity for the innovators to float your idea, to submit your idea to the government, where Ministry of MSME funds your idea with a grant of rupees 15 lakh. Grant means which is not refundable. And being a student, having, and even faculty, having a government grant in your portfolio would really something great for your bright future. And definitely at free of cost, because you are not going to invest any money. You are getting a wonderful opportunity to convert your idea into a commercially viable product. So you all the innovators should utilize this opportunity. And right now this MSME portal is open with MSME Hackathon 3.0, which is specifically has been designed to target women participants. So my humble request to all the women innovators over here, and whomsoever listening my voice, to utilize this opportunity. And the last date is 11th July as of now. You must submit your idea with a presentation. You just need your details, your own personal details, and details of the idea which you are going to submit. And a presentation has to be uploaded, where presentation covers, what is the problem statement, what solution you are going to give, what is the, competitors in the market, how this is unique, and what will be the technology details, and how much, what will the timeline, how much time you will take to, complete this project. Because this grant is to convert your idea into a commercially viable product. So you have to be attentive enough to ensure that idea reaches to prototype development stage successfully as per the proposed objective of the idea, features of the idea and product. And if you have some POC with you, proof of concept, then probability of getting your idea granted is far high. And now ministry has started checking plagiarism in your content. So kindly ensure that this is your own, content. You have put up the content in your own words. Be careful at this part. So this is something I wanted to share as an information, latest information to the target audience. And I'm sure it would be utilized by maybe few participants. So as incubator, we are catering the need of various, innovators in a different category. And this category covers the youth at the campus who are doing their BTech, masters, and the people in the vicinity. And we are providing physical incubation as well as virtual incubation. And as you might be well aware, the incubator facilities covers mentoring, be it technical mentoring, managerial mentoring, and financial support. Financial support means it has to be either leveraged through some government grant, or we can reach to some private investors through various boot camps being conducted on annually basis. So this is a wonderful opportunity, especially for women entrepreneurs, because the agenda of the government for current year to support women entrepreneurs specifically, they must utilize this opportunity. So moving forward, as today's topic, we are going to discuss with the pre-feasibility project report. So let me share the contents of the my presentation today, which covers introduction, what is pre-feasibility study, then elements of pre-feasibility study, and moving forward, I'll be covering what is the difference between pre-feasibility project report, or we call it preliminary project report, vs detailed project report. Because we keep on coming across various such queries, ma'am, what is the difference? When we conduct such sessions, I keep on conducting such sessions frequently. And now after covering, more than 200 sessions, it has been a wonderful experience for me to understand the mindset of the audience, and especially your kind of aspiring entrepreneurs. Elements of I have already shared, and moving forward, I'll be covering the basic of the today's presentation, how to conduct pre-feasibility study, which is really very, very important. And why this is important, I will be covering soon in my presentation. Then I'll be covering a format of pre-feasibility report. What format, although different category of startups need to have different format, but I will try to share any standard one, which I could capture from some ministry website. So coming to the definition part, pre-feasibility, and the word makes everything clear by itself. Pre means prior. Feasibility, whether it can happen or not. Because you as an innovator, and we all as human beings, the most precious resource is time. So a pre-feasibility study is kind of a rough screening, aiming at identifying the most promising idea and discard the unattractive options. When we think to become an entrepreneur, there are two possibilities. One is I am the innovator and I am the entrepreneur. I have some specific idea which I have converted to a product, and now I am planning to float this product into the market. I'm going to commercialize it. Another maybe you are taking maybe some already existing idea. You are doing technology transfer. Some other is an innovator, and you are an entrepreneur, and you are going to take this innovation as your business product. So while we are having so many ideas to start our entrepreneurial journey, we have to filter out that one specific idea which I will take forward as my product or service in my startup journey. And trust me, this is one of the most difficult tasks in beginning of this journey. And as we all know, the well begun is a half done, a very well-known saying. Well begun is already a half done initiative. So if we are able to start something, very with a strong foundation, then there is nothing which can stop us to reach to our goal. So having multiple ideas and to screen those ideas on some parameters and filter out the ideas which are not able to clear are the test or parameters which we are going to keep for the evaluation, and to filter out that one idea which we are going to take as our startup product or service. What is the benefit if we ask why we are doing so? Because if you start working on multiple ideas, you take 4 or 5 ideas, you directly go for the feasibility study of every idea, it would be wasting your precious time, energy, and efforts. So pre-feasibility covers a very initial screening of the ideas, where this effort will reduce the number of options that are chosen to proceed with a more detailed feasibility study. And eventually with business development, ultimately saving your time and money. If you are able to screen your idea in first step only, it will be worth saving your time and energy. So this is a very important exercise for any entrepreneur. The objective of the pre-feasibility study is primarily to facilitate potential entrepreneurs in project identification for investment. If you are able to scrutinize that one potential idea in this first step, then you can move forward for the feasibility study in details, and you will be able to identify this one idea at the very first step. Let's understand this in much more details, and through the picture on the screen, let us see how this entire initiative takes place. जो आपका स्टार्टअप का जर्नी है, आप कैसे उसको शुरू करेंगे, क्या क्या स्टेप्स होंगे, और उन स्टेप्स में प्री फिजिबिलिटी कहाँ पर आपका लाई करता है. So as you can see on the screen, we see that we will be starting this startup journey by defining our goals. So about which goals I am talking, someone would be replying on this. Yes, please. I would like to listen from the audience.
Dear audience, you can unmute yourself and switch on your video. Make this session as an interactive session. So
Definitely.
if the speaker want to interact with you, please take the advantage of that.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, ma'am. So defined goal is here that whatever we have our achievement, like our final product or prototype, this is our main goal.
Very good. May I know your name, please?
I'm Orindam Bhattacharya.
Sorry.
Orindam.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your active participation. Other ones, please. Any other one, please? See, I'm here to learn from you people as well. You are the youth of the nation, having, your innovation, creativity, and your
Hello.
aspirations
Yeah,
at
ma'am.
peak. Yeah, please.
So, ma'am, again, Orindam ma'am speaking. So,
Yes, yes.
here is our product or service which will work on the service or product that give the efficient benefit of our social sector of people and make their life easier and get a better product with cheap service or cheap with, less amount of product, ma'am. So they can easily buy and enjoy the product and utilize the product for their betterment of life.
True, true. Very nice, very nice. So, as we can see on the screen, and when we go through the entire, graph, then as we are starting our journey with defining some clear goal. And trust me, this is very, very important for each and everyone, be it an entrepreneur or be it an employee or any human being. Once we are starting any journey, once we are taking any initiative, we have to ensure keeping a very definite goals for us with some defined timeline. Because once we are focused towards our well-defined goal, we will be able to keep ourselves motivated. We will be able to evaluate our day-to-day journey, where we have reached, how much path is left, how much I could be able to achieve my goal, up to what extent. So these things, make your journey as per your time plan. You will be able to achieve as per your goals once you have defined your goals very clearly. Now, once you have defined your goal, you will be moving forward, find the deal breakers. Then what is the meaning of deal breaker? Means identifying weaknesses, red flags. Red flags means the pointers which are, alarming for you.
SWOT analysis, kind of.
Right. बिल्कुल सही कहा सर आपने. So identifying weaknesses, red flags, and eliminate bad business ideas through objective assessment. तो आपकी डील को, जो आपके मल्टीपल आइडियाज अभी हैं माइंड में, उन डील्स को ब्रेक करने के पैरामीटर्स क्या क्या होंगे कि आप अपने जो आइडियाज है मल्टीपल, उनकी वीकनेसेस को फाइंड आउट कर पाए, कहां पर चैलेंजेस है उनको डिफाइन कर पाए, और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस असेसमेंट you may be able to eliminate the bad ideas from your thought process, which is a process of filtration. कि मेरे को ये 5 आइडिया है, आपके मन में ये आता है, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this as well. And this is something very natural. I am sure you all might be experiencing while planning to become an entrepreneur. When we move forward with this entrepreneurial mindset, wherever we go, we try to, understand entrepreneurial process in every, process of the life. And wherever you feel that really this is something very lucrative, this I can do, there is a huge scope, you are able to understand the gap. अगर इसमें ऐसा थोड़ा सा मैं इनपुट डाल देता हूं तो it would be all amazing. और आप देख रहे हैं कि फ्लिपकार्ट शुरू, सबसे पहले अमेजोन आया, और अमेजोन के साथ फ्लिपकार्ट ने फील किया कि एक गैप तो है, और वो गैप क्या है, कोई बताएगा? इंडिया में
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So in India, Flipkart is Indian startup and Amazon is American startup.
Yes. That feel of patriotism. Yes, please.
And one thing that they may feel that Indian population is much bigger than American crowd.
Yes.
And in India, we must promote our Swadeshi, whatever services and product. And also, we can try to give best services and refund and all compared to compete with this Amazon.
Right, right. So Flipkart could find out the gap of, the business landscape. Amazon is successful, but being a foreign client, being a foreign, startup, I must say, or company, I must say, Flipkart thought to encash that feel of patriotism. People would prefer to go to purchase from an Indian company in India. So Flipkart came in picture. And if I try to compare with it, and another gap which recently Zepto could find out, and now all others are following it, be it Blinkit, be it your Swiggy and everyone, that was delivery time. So innovation may be in terms of, product design, innovation may be in terms of process, innovation may be in terms of some technology inclusion, innovation may be in terms of, reducing the cost of the product or service. Innovation may be in terms of, you can see with this example, that Zepto could take the market immediately, being popular with 10 minutes delivery option. So this is how we understand that what is the gap, and as an entrepreneur, how I can utilize this gap, making my startups that one triggering point, that one unique selling point. So finding the deal breakers and filtering out to the ideas, and then deciding whether it is a promising idea or not, covers the entire landscape of pre-feasibility assessment. And a wonderful word which you can always remember, getting to know, to which idea to discard, to say no, I'll not be able to work on this idea. So filtering out from multiple idea and narrowing towards that one idea which is a feasible one. Then we can move forward with feasibility assessment, then deciding whether to launch this business or not, and then you can move forward with your journey by preparing your business plan. So this entire journey, where we can see on the screen, covering this defining goal to deciding whether it is a promising idea or not, comes under the periphery of feasibility report. My screen is well visible?
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So when planning a new social enterprise business, I would like to simplify it in a very common language. You will want to eliminate the bad business ideas, which is actually not feasible to take forward. So at this stage of pre-feasibility, you will be able to conduct a pre-feasibility analysis, which will help you to discard the non-feasible ideas. So what are the elements of pre-feasibility project report? And
Ma'am, can you go to last slide once more?
Okay. Yes,
Ma'am,
please.
I am not clear there. Feasibility assessment under, we have written that once last statement, and it is by performing in-depth analysis of the market, operational. These two terminology I have cleared. But when you return financial viability for one or two ideas, can you give a one elaboration on what does the mean financial liability for one or two ideas?
Yeah.
Because ma'am, when you start the slide, you have mentioned that we have must clear and define our goal. So there is written one or two ideas. Can you correlate with the term?
See. Let me make it clear that there is pre-feasibility and then there is feasibility assessment. The one way maybe you start doing feasibility assessment for all those 4 or 5 ideas which you find prominent and you may like to take forward, but you are not able to filter out that one idea among these 4 or 5 ideas, that I will be taking this idea as my startup first. Getting my point? So pre-feasibility has been introduced to decide, to filter out the bad ideas at the very first step, rather than taking it to the next step of feasibility assessment. Feasibility assessment covers number of parameters in depth. जो अभी हम step by step बात करेंगे next slides में, that what are the, how to define goals, क्या goals होंगे वो, कैसे we will find the deal breakers, what are the parameters, what is the process, how to find out those parameters. Process हम step by step discuss करेंगे. वो जो आपका रहेगा, that will be in a, that will not be in that much of depth which will be taken in feasibility assessment for filtered ideas. अपना जो पर्पस है प्री-फिजिबिलिटी का, वो ये है कि जो आपके 4-5 आइडिया से लेके उनको नैरो डाउन करना 1 या 2 आइडिया तक. अब आप 1 या 2 आइडिया तक फिल्टर आउट कर पाए, 3 या 4 या 5 में से I will be taking this one idea. These 2 ideas are really prominent. Now I have to decide which idea I have to launch as the business first. Maybe you will take both of the ideas, but you will not be taking both of them immediately at one go. So for that, you will be doing feasibility assessment in this detail, where you will decide whether to launch the business by performing in-depth analysis of the market. अब आपका प्रोडक्ट बहुत अच्छा है, आपका operations, everything is in line, but the major aspect for an entrepreneur is क्या करना है आपको as an entrepreneur. अपने प्रोडक्ट को बनाना एक पार्ट है, उसको सेल करना is the bigger part of the story. प्रोडक्ट बन जाएगा और सेल नहीं होगा, या आप मार्केट में सर्कुलेशन, डिमांड एंड सप्लाई मेंटेन नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो that is all of no use. So in-depth analysis of the market, operational and financial validity for these filter ideas will be taken under feasibility assessment. अभी भी हम assessment इन्हीं parameters पर करेंगे. अगली स्लाइड में हम आएंगे, थोड़ा सा टाइम दीजिए, हम स्टेप बाय स्टेप समझते हैं.
Hello ma'am, hello.
Yeah.
So ma'am, feasibility is the first stage.
Yeah, pre-feasibility. Pre-feasibility is the
pre-feasibility. After that, requirement.
After that, feasibility assessment we will do, and then after feasibility study, we will be able to define that one idea which we are going to launch as the business. चलते हैं, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखिए.
Thank you ma'am, thank you for elaboration.
Please. So what are the elements of PPR? जो आप ये पैरामीटर अभी हम बात कर रहे थे, जो असेसमेंट में पैरामीटर्स है, वही जो फिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट के पैरामीटर्स हैं वही ऑलमोस्ट सेम पैरामीटर्स हैं प्री फिजिबिलिटी के, बट दैट डजंट हैव दैट इन डेप्थ स्टडी टू सेव आवर टाइम एंड एनर्जी एंड मनी। रिसोर्सेज को सेव करेगा हमारे, क्योंकि जो यहाँ पर हम पैरामीटर्स की स्टडी कर रहे हैं उन पैरामीटर्स को हम मेजर लेवल पे कंपेयर करेंगे। बाद में फिजिबिलिटी पर हम माइक्रो लेवल तक जाएंगे, कैसे वो देखते हैं, आइए एक बार। सो देयर आर 4 मेन एलिमेंट्स दैट गो इनटू ए फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी। कौन से पैरामीटर्स हैं? फर्स्ट है आपका सोशल फिजिबिलिटी ऑफ द सेलेक्टेड टेक्नोलॉजी, जिसमें क्या क्या आता है आपका? पोटेंशियल टू क्रिएट एम्प्लॉयमेंट, सोशल एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी कितनी है आपके आइडिया की, देन अवेयरनेस, एटीट्यूड एंड परसेप्शन ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी। अब आपने कोई रिसेंट टेक्नोलॉजी मार्केट में आई एंड पीपल आर नॉट दैट मच अवेयर ऑफ इट, सो even after being your product a high-end product, people would not like to pay for that latest technology. So technology awareness is also one of the very important aspect for your product. If people understand that let us take an example. You are using your earlier we all were using LCD, then LED came in picture, LED technology आई। अगर if people are not knowing what are the benefits of LED technology, they will say, why should we invest our money further purchasing a new TV? Why I should replace my mobile with a new mobile? What is the use of this technology of 5G? I am comfortable with 4G. But if people are well aware that by adopting 5G, these are the benefits, then your product will be well acceptable in the market. Land use patterns, gender and governance issues. So these all issues comes under social feasibility of your product, of your business, of your idea. Second is market feasibility. आपका प्रोडक्ट कितना मार्केट फिट है, मार्केट में जो उसका कहना चाहिए उसका एक्सेप्टेंस है वो कितना किस लेवल तक फिजिबल हो पाएगा, हम डिस्कस करेंगे डिटेल में। देन ऑपरेशनल फिजिबिलिटी। अब ऑपरेशनल में आपका जो रिसोर्सेज हैं आपके, कौन कौन से रिसोर्सेज हैं आपके? मैन, मशीन एंड मनी। तो इन 3 रिसोर्सेज का एलोकेशन हम अप्रोप्रिएटली कर पाए, ऑपरेशंस को फिजिबली मेंटेन कर पाए, वो हम करेंगे 1 by 1 डिस्कस। देन फाइनेंशियल और इकोनॉमिक फिजिबिलिटी कितनी है आपके प्रोडक्ट की, आपके आइडिया की, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव कितना है, जो प्राइस ऑफ मटेरियल्स है वो कितना रॉ मटेरियल आता है, ऑपरेशन एंड मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट कितनी आती है, करंट डिमांड एंड सप्लाई का क्या स्टेटस है, कॉस्ट रिकवरी, फाइनेंसिंग. So this all comes under financial feasibility. Then technical feasibility. Further, I was discussing type of technology, durability क्या है, validity क्या है, material required, market में repair के लिए कितना skill and knowledge है. So this all comes under technical feasibility. थोड़ा सा fast करते हैं ताकि हम अच्छे से कर पाए. एक point cover करना चाहूंगी. What is the difference between प्रीलिमिनरी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट, जिसको हम प्री फिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट या स्टडी भी कह रहे हैं, एंड डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट. जो पीपीआर है आपका वो स्टेप 1, प्राइमरी या प्रीलिमिनरी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट. द डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट गोज इनटू ग्रेटर डेप्थ अबाउट योर आइडियाज. डीपीआर तो आपके एक आइडिया का बनेगा जो आपने फाइनल कर लिया, दैट नाउ आई विल बी taking this idea as my startup, and how you are going to carry them out. DPR will be keeping each and everything, how you are going to commercialize your idea, all the process, all the finances, marketing strategy, everything will be there in DPR. But the preliminary project report is more like a general summary of your project. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जनरल असेसमेंट कर रहे हैं, जो आप समझ पाएंगे जैसे हम आगे की तरफ चलते हैं प्रेजेंटेशन में। तो चलिए पहला स्टेप, क्या क्या स्टेप्स हैं हम बात करते हैं कि प्री-फिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट आप करेंगे कैसे, स्टडी कैसे करनी चाहिए एक एंटरप्रेन्योर को। पहला जो हमने अभी बात की, डिफाइनिंग द गोल। सेकेंड इज फाइंड द डील ब्रेकर। अब डिफाइन गोल में क्या एक्टिविटीज होनी चाहिए, आप स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे होंगे। व्हाट इज द what are the kind of activities involved in deal breaking? So let us demonstrate the steps to perform this pre-feasibility assessment through activities. तो एक्टिविटी में जो डिफाइनिंग द गोल है, फर्स्ट क्या है आपका, मीट विद ईच स्टेक होल्डर ग्रुप टू डिस्कस एंड एग्री टू गोल्स। आपकी जो टीम के मेंबर्स हैं, जो रेस्पॉन्सिबल स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, उनके साथ बैठकर अपना जो गोल है आपकी कंपनी का, उस पर डिस्कशन किया जाए और सबका कंसेंट उसमें लिया जाए। देन क्रिएट वेंचर क्राइटेरिया मैट्रिक्स टू समराइज की थीम्स एंड फाइंडिंग्स। ये जो आपका डिफाइंड गोल है वो क्या कहलाता है, आपका वेंचर क्राइटेरिया, कि आपके इस वेंचर को जब आप एस्टेब्लिश करने जा रहे हैं, ये आपके की क्राइटेरियाज हैं, उसकी आप एक मैट्रिक्स बनाएंगे टू समराइज की थीम्स एंड फाइंडिंग्स। क्या क्या, जैसे अगर फॉर एग्जांपल हम बात करें कि आपने you are planning some product to commercialize। अब उस प्रोडक्ट को लेकर आपकी क्या क्या एस्पिरेशंस हैं, आपके गोल्स क्या क्या है, उन गोल्स में फाइनेंशियल गोल, सोशल गोल क्या क्या है, आप अपने आप को 5 year डाउन द लाइन वेयर यू वांट यू सी योर कंपनी, वेयर यू वांट टू see the growth in terms of finances, in terms of as a brand, in terms of establishment, in terms of number of stores in the country. What will be your strategy to to generate revenue, whether you will be keeping your stores in your hand or you are going to take the franchisee model. So these are some of the things has to be decided by the stakeholders of the company. So the decision on the venture criteria with stakeholders is one of the most important aspects to start your journey. And it has never to be done by a single person. The owner, the people, the team, if you are you are starting as a single entrepreneur, then you have to take help of your mentors. You have to sit with your mentors as we carry out such exercise here in my incubator, and I'm mentoring to various startups at pan-India level as well. We keep on conducting online meeting. So before starting any startup, we first ask them, what is your goal? Do you want to earn money in the starting from the first month? Is it your target? Or you want to establish your company first? You have enough money with you. You are able to manage your break-even point of 1 year. So this is how you have to have a brainstorming with your concerned stakeholders. अब इसमें अगर डील ब्रेकर की बात करें कि आपका आइडिया यहाँ पर किन पॉइंट्स, किन पैरामीटर्स पे आप मेजर करेंगे। Focus on the key deal breaking questions for each idea and do further research to answer them. इसमें आप क्या करेंगे, आप क्वेश्चंस के सेट होंगे कुछ आपके, और वो क्वेश्चंस आर सेम फॉर ऑल, जो हम अभी अपकमिंग स्लाइड में शेयर भी करेंगे। आप उन क्वेश्चंस को फोकस करके आंसर सर्च करेंगे और उसके बेसिस पे अपनी टेबल बनाएंगे कि इस आइडिया में यस आता है, इस आइडिया में नो आता है, वो भी हम देखेंगे अभी। देन एलिमिनेट आइडिया दैट आर अनलाइकली टू वर्क। अब जो आइडिया आपके नो आ जा रहे हैं उनको आप एलिमिनेट कर देंगे। सो दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल एक्सरसाइज इन योर प्री-फिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट। अब
Hello, ma'am.
आउटपुट क्या?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, you just said us that we have must a mentor. So if a person is not aware is this kind of business, like he is from A sector and he find gapings and opportunities in B sector. So he wants to work on B sector as an entrepreneur. So at that time he hire a co-founder. So
Okay.
what will be his aim? Like for he must pay consultation fees or like equity, sum of equity given to him.
No. If you are talking about co-founder, then co-founder means, hope you understand, co-founder means a person having the stake in the company.
Okay. So usually, hello. So usually, ma'am, what ratio or percentage can have a co-founder in a particular company as he work as a co-founder
Your
in
good
general,
name? Your good name?
or in the memory?
I'm not able to listen your name properly. I'm trying to. Let me connect my,
Ma'am, Orindam,
Orindo.
ma'am.
Okay, Orindam, I think. Let me connect. Actually, just give me a moment. I'm trying to connect my Bluetooth for voice clarity.
Yes, please.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Orindam. My name is
Yeah.
Orindam, ma'am.
Orindam, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, nice. Very different and difficult name for me. So sorry to say, but definitely wonderful as well. Beautiful name. So Orindam, see, this is, a very, very tough question which you are asking, because it will be decided as per the roles and responsibility the contribution this co-founder is going to made in your company, his caliber, his portfolio, and the responsibility he is going to take, the deliverables, the outcomes. You both are sitting together and he is giving you the deliverables, the kind of sharing of responsibilities, whether he will be taking care of technology sector, whether he will be the responsible one for your marketing, or the responsible one for your logistics, your maybe finances, etc. So this is a very kind of a brainstorming required and time taking exercise. It needs lot of understanding, it needs lot of discussion, and it's not like you are going to invite anybody as your co-founder. It needs lot of deliberation. Why you are selecting Miss Priyanka as your co-founder? What strength she has? What you think she can deliver? What portfolio she is carrying with her? By which you have that confidence. If I talk to her, if I discuss with her, if I come to a terms and conditions, she will be able to deliver the desired outcomes. This is a very sensitive matter, I must say. And definitely that's why any startup needs a mentor. Because to bring both of you at one common point after this brainstorming is also very important. So I think I could answer your question, Arvindo. Let me move forward with the presentation. We are already running behind the time. So I think we are able to conclude the slide by understanding that outcome of both of the activities at both of the columns are that we are able to define our venture criteria in terms of defining the goal, and after finding the deal breakers, we could we could filter out one or two business ideas with the highest potential. Okay, so let me move forward with the next slide. How actually it will, this entire exercise will take place. अब आप defining goal पर आ जाते हैं. Again, we are discussing one by one in details. So, what sort of goals do any enterprise have? अभी आपने किसी ने पूछा था कि कैसे goals को define करेंगे या कुछ some sort of question was there. So, the social goal covers the outcome expected from the enterprise. अब suppose Tata है and Tata is going to start a new venture. Their goal may not be revolving around financial outcomes only. They might be looking forward to disburse their CSR fund and to make them, to establish or to enhance their brand value, part of their growth strategy. So, social goal covers the number of people employed or the skill the employees will gain from your employment, and further you can utilize these employees at the higher level, you know, by saving your money to give a trained staff higher salary in first go. Financial goals covers the financial targets set for the business. कि मेरा जो target है ना financial, I want this in first year. I look forward with this target in establishing this company. Like maximum startup cost or the amount of money the social enterprise business will earn. और डेप्थ में इसको समझते हैं. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पर आकर सोशल गोल्स में क्या आता है आपका कि मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ आपके ट्रांजिशनल एम्प्लॉयज कितने होंगे. ट्रांजिशनल एम्प्लॉयज मींस द एम्प्लॉयज लर्निंग एनहेंसिंग देयर स्किल एंड taking their roles for the supervisory, means they are getting updated themselves, they are asset to the organization, and slowly you are able to have your in-house team with less amount of money rather than hiring skilled employees at first go is always tough for any startup. क्या करते हैं startups? Interns को hire करते हैं. This is what I do for my startups. I take their requirement. I select the potential candidates from the campus. I provide these interns to the startup, and this internship may be a paid one, or maybe some honorarium may be there, or it may be an unpaid one where certificates may be given. This student will be getting some certificate of appreciation which will be good for his portfolio. He is getting an opportunity to work on a runtime project. So coming to next, minimum number of permanent employees कितने आपको चाहिए to begin with your startup. Skills that employees must be able to learn. आपके जो employees हैं उनका skills enhancement किस किस area में होना चाहिए. Yes, please.
Minimum number of permanent employees 0. It's been when I start my startup, so there will be law of permanent employees.
You're asking me?
I'm asking that if a person start a startup, so he won't hire any permanent employee.
See, this is an example. It definitely will vary case to case. Suppose, but if I look into this question for a broader perspective, the people who are there from starting, either they are your co-founders, either they are your core team members, and these core team members, if they want to pursue the journey with you, then definitely they will look forward for some equity part, some shareholding, or some handsome salary. Isn't it? If you have
Yes,
started
yes.
your business from scratch with them, and from zero to you are going multiple zeros with one, then definitely they would like to take their share. They would like to claim their share in the growth of the organization. So usually this is kind of a understanding that you will not be able to keep permanent employee in your beginning stage. Is it
Okay,
fine? Yeah.
now fine.
Next, opportunities for career advancement. So at least two opportunity to move into supervisory roles. जो आपके पास आपका intern है या जो employee unskilled employee आपने hire किया है, if you are promoting this employee is happy with the growth of his his promotion, you are giving some bonus, different type of, other than specifically financial salary enhancement, you are giving them moral boost to this
ways. Yeah. Next, hours that the job must fit into for transitional employees. कितना टाइम आपका काम करने का रहेगा, that has to be taken as a as a setting of your social goals. Maximum shift length for transitional employees. आपका जो एम्प्लॉय काम कर रहा है वो शिफ्ट में कितने आवर्स की शिफ्ट होगी, क्या टाइमिंग रहेंगे, because maybe he needs to earn his he needs to earn from some other part-time job as well, because he is not earning much through your startup, but he is able to enhance his skills, and you will be able to pay him later on little bit of higher salary, or giving some stake in your company if he is one kind of a irreplaceable stakeholder of the company. Taking example under financial goals का maximum startup cost कितना है आपका, maximum business losses per year कितना हो सकता है, that assumption has to be taken care. Maximum number of months until the business breaks even. आपका break even point कितना है, कितने टाइम में आपका कैश फ्लो आप मेंटेन कर पाएंगे. Then minimum amount that the business must carry to the giving back to the agency, to the parent organization, means how much you are able to earn out of your this business. So these all financial and social goals has to be set up through this pre-feasibility exercise. Moving to the step second, where we will be finding the deal breakers. आपने goal set किया, set step 1 में, and now you are coming to the deal breakers depending upon those social and financial goals. You can see on the screen how to use your goals to filter your ideas. अब हम एक टेबल बनाएंगे जिसमें जो आपने पैरामीटर सेट किए हैं उनके बेसिस पर आइडिया वाइज यस और नो करते जाएंगे. अब आप
hello. Ma'am, the last from the last two lines above the last line, maximum of 12 months until business break even. So maximum of break even. So
you
what
know
does
break
it
even?
mean?
You
Yes,
know
ma'am.
break
Yes.
even?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 12 months is ultimately the 72%, right?
Sorry.
But I mean to say within 8 months or 10 months, my business will be doubled. Whatever I invested in, suppose A amount, it will become 2A.
ठीक है.
So maximum within 1 year, my break even has anyhow come back.
Yes. Yes.
This statement has meaning this one, na?
Yeah. This is the meaning of the statement. कि आपका 1 year the maximum time जब आपका break even point आप meet कर पाओ.
So if my startup get the handsome, if my startup get the amount which is double in 1 year, so it is fruitful. It is my startup has a right path. We are
No,
going to
double,
right.
no, double is not the right word. The word is break-even point, and break-even point means you are able to meet your expenses. You are able to maintain the entire cycle of the production. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You are able to generate enough revenue which can run your business.
Okay.
Getting?
Okay.
You are able to maintain your cash flow.
You mean to say if my
आप
startup?
इसको अभी ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट को नेक्स्ट जो आपके सेशंस होंगे उसमें बहुत डिटेल में समझ पाएंगे. एज ए मेजर, एज ए होल, व्हाट वी कैन से that break even point means you are able to maintain the entire cycle of the marketing and then production, raw material cost and all, the maintenance, all the expenses of the company.
Got it, ma'am.
Right?
You mean to say smoothly running within 1 year? Yeah, this is a good sign.
Yes. You are not. You don't need to. You don't need to put your money into this again. You are able to maintain that flow. Whatever you are earning, that you are using with your raw material, your employees' salary, your capital cost, everything you are maintaining as a flow. Right?
Yes.
Nice interaction. I think you are the only one active participant, so although I'm expecting others to share their ideas. So depending upon the social and financial goals we decided in our previous slides, here we can see that minimum of 15 transitional employees. Which idea says yes? Which idea says no? You need more number of employees, right? Or you need, आपका जो 15 employees कम से कम आपका transitional जो आगे supervisory role में आ जाए at least, है ना? So you will be making this table with yes or no. I think it's well visible to you that this green means meeting the criteria. Is it clearly visible?
Yes, one graph is there, like box cube. On the right side.
Green means meeting the criteria. Yellow means meets some of the criteria, and red alert means doesn't meet criteria at all. Is it clear? So okay, here we are making a table.
Why is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Business idea number 1, business idea number 2, business idea number 3, business idea number 4. We are doing this pre-feasibility assessment for 5 ideas.
Okay, ma'am. So I understand the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the? I got it, the ideas. But what is the meaning of x-axis?
What is the meaning of x-axis?
Yeah, in this, if you consider this cube as a x and y axis, so x-axis
is the see. Again, I'm telling you, at x-axis we are having our 5 ideas which we want to assess on these parameters at y-axis. Getting my point?
Okay.
Vertically, we are having business ideas. For this first business idea, my minimum of 15 transitional employee criteria doesn't meet. So this is red. For second number of business idea, minimum of 15 transitional idea meets little bit. So this is yellow. For third idea, again, this is not meeting 100%, but this meets some of the criteria. This is again yellow. For my fourth business idea, this criteria doesn't meet at all. For my fifth idea, this criteria meets 100%. So I have made this green.
Okay, so ultimately, idea number 5 is considered.
Yes, abhi consider, we will see the result of all the parameters at the end.
Okay, but I don't understand, ma'am, horizontal line. Like if you see the idea number 1, under it red.
अभी हमने एक का बात किया, एक पैरामीटर का बात किया, अब सेकंड पैरामीटर आएगा नो मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ परमानेंट एम्प्लॉयज. See, we are evaluating our
okay,
idea.
okay, ma'am. Now got it, ma'am. This is the this graph is with respect to our statement, like
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
आपने कहा ना स्टेप 1 में हमने क्या किया? We find out the goals, defined our goals. Now we are assessing our 5 business ideas.
Yes, so now clear. Now clear. Thank you. Clear, ma'am.
We are finding the deal breakers depending upon these number of social and financial goals as our base parameters. Second number पे देखिए, no minimum number of permanent employees required. That is green for all. चलेगा काम, interns hire कर लेंगे. ठीक है? Then employees must learn teamwork, computer skills and communication. अब आपका जो first idea है, that doesn't meet that criteria 100%, but meets little bit. Then similarly, must be at least 2 opportunities to move into a supervisor role. जब तक ये opportunity नहीं होगी, तब तक आपका employee enthusiasm के साथ काम नहीं करेगा. You will not be able to transit your employee from unskilled to skilled one. Right? Then hours for transitional employees must be between 10 AM to 4 PM. कितने में criteria meet करता है? Then maximum business में भी आपका जो startup है आपका, that is catering the US population. So your criteria will be 10 AM to 4 PM will be red. जो आपका business है, जो आपका product है, service है, उसकी need के on the basis of its need, on the basis of its financial requirement, on the basis of its operational requirements, on the basis of its entire setup of marketing and selling. We are evaluating all those 5 business ideas on the basis of these selected parameters. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So moving forward, because give me a moment, please. Yeah. So coming forward, how to decide whether to move forward with the filter ideas? हमने क्या किया previous exercise से? अपने कुछ ideas को हमने filter कर लिया. Now there are some other parameters where we have to assess the pre-feasibility of the filtered ideas. What are those other parameters? Marketing opportunity, operational feasibility, and financial implications. Because till now we have considered more of the social aspect and the other different point under the deal breaking. That was the very much first step exercise. I must say the beginning of the pre-feasibility assessment. Now coming to all these 3 parameters one by one. What is the market opportunity? Market opportunity को हम यहाँ कैसे assess करेंगे? Coming forward. So मार्केट अपॉर्चुनिटी, आपके पास एक बड़ा मार्केट है, राइट? सो आर यू सर्विंग सम मार्केट निश? What is your total entire market landscape? What do customer need? Why are customer buying the product or services? Who would be your competitors? Would you be able to compete against them? How difficult would it be for you to enter the market? Is the market growing? ये आपका एक ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव में जो आपने बिजनेस या चूज किया है स्टार्टअप एरिया, उसमें एज ए होल यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द मार्केट, एंटायर मार्केट. अब आप उसको फिल्टर करेंगे नेक्स्ट स्टेप पर, वेयर आर द बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी इन दिस इंडस्ट्री. जैसे एग्जांपल हम लेते हैं, अभी आप देख रहे होंगे बहुत सारे एग्जांपल हैं. अगर इमीडिएटली मैं बात करूं कि आपके पास ओला उबर का सर्विस था. अब उस ओला उबर की सर्विस में, टैक्सी सर्विस की रेंज इज ए होल मार्केट. अब आपके पास निश क्या है उसमें? आपके पास ई व्हीकल, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल. ब्लू एक नई कंपनी आई है, आपने सुना होगा, वेरी मच पॉपुलर नाउअडेज. अब ओला उबर के साथ ब्लू हैज स्टार्टेड, which provides electric vehicles. Are you able to understand me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this is your market niche. You are entering into a big landscape of the market with some niche product having USP as your electric car segment. So is there a specific niche that your organization could fill? अब आपने सुना होगा InDrive. InDrive is like Ola and Uber. Then what is what is the niche there? बताइए आप मुझे, क्या niche है उनका?
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, the Blue company is mainly dealing with EV.
Yes.
So, what is the benefit of a customer? Because customer wants to move from A point to B point.
Yeah. But yes, as responsible citizen of the nation, if I have to pay the same amount and I'm getting Blue other than Ola and Uber, I would prefer to go buy Blue.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Other example, InDrive आपने सुना होगा, पॉपुलर, बहुत पॉपुलर. पीपल आर प्रेफरिंग InDrive rather than Ola and Uber because what niche they have? They are giving you multiple options, multiple drivers. So whomsoever you find the cost effective, you can take that driver. You have that trading opportunity to negotiate with the driver. So you have to see with what niche you are jumping into the ocean of the market. आपके प्रोडक्ट का ऐसा क्या USP है where you will be able to make your space in a broader landscape of the market. Could your organization meet customers' need in this niche? क्या आप उस लेवल तक सर्व कर पाएंगे? क्या आपके पास उतने इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स हैं कि आप उतना लेवल पे सर्व कर पाए? Could you provide the product service better than your competitors? You have to ensure all these parameters while you are assessing pre-feasibility at the कौन से लेवल पे? मार्केट अपॉर्चुनिटी के लेवल पे. आपका साइज ऑफ द अपॉर्चुनिटी, व्हाट इज योर साइज ऑफ द अपॉर्चुनिटी? प्रोजेक्टेड वैल्यू ऑफ एनुअल सेल्स इन दिस निश. इफ आई एम कैटरिंग स्पेसिफिक टारगेट ऑडियंस, सब तो आपने कहा सभी तो सिलेक्ट नहीं करेंगे. Some people will be having that much of patience, that much of awareness that if I am able to take blue, I should take blue. Right? So that all exercise will be taken care under marketing opportunity, and which will be giving you an outcome. Will a business in this niche enable you to meet your social and financial goals? Is the opportunity large enough to meet your social and financial goals? How many people can be employed in the market niche? How big is the market? आपका मार्केट है भी कितना बड़ा? अब आपने कोई प्रोडक्ट डाला इसके सेक्टर में, किड्स के सेक्टर में, ठीक है, अब किड्स के सेक्टर में भी आपका जो ब्रांड है दैट कैटर्स द नीड ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन एज बिटवीन 10 to 14 ईयर और द चिल्ड्रन एज ऑफ बिटवीन 2 to 6 years. So you have to have an analysis whether the target audience is capable enough. You have enough target audience to meet your social and financial goals.
Customer segmentation, ultimately customer segmentation, market.
Sorry?
Customer segmentation.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to target our particular gender, age. Specification is
No. Please. आपका जो प्रोडक्ट आपको सिलेक्ट नहीं करना, आपका प्रोडक्ट बताएगा कि वो किसके लिए बना है. आपने शार्क टैंक इंडिया देखा है?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
देखा है? उसमें कभी कभी आपने एक सुना होगा कि व्हाट पीपल डू, एक साथ 5-6 प्रोडक्ट ले आते हैं. और उसमें क्या कहा था शार्क्स ने? ऑलवेज स्टार्ट योर बिजनेस विद वन फ्लैगशिप प्रोडक्ट. आपका बजाज है, आपका फिलिप्स है, आपकी मिल्टन है. They started their company with one product. Once they established their product, they could win the trust of the customers. They started expanding their product range. बहुत ही मोटा सा एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं कि आजकल आपने देखा होगा कि जो बड़ी बड़ी established companies है, they are jumping into education sector as well. They are bringing their universities. So once they have a well established brand value, people they could gain the trust of the market, the customer. Now they have started serving people in another area as well. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
Permit me to move forward fast. काफी बचा है. So what is the operational feasibility? अब जब आपका प्रोडक्ट you have to ensure that the operations required for your product, the capabilities needed, the capabilities available with you, what will be the operational feasibility of the entire initiative. जैसे how do businesses in this industry work? जो इस एरिया में जिसमें मेरा प्रोडक्ट लाई करता है, how the industry work in this business periphery landscape. What are the operational keys to success in this industry? What are operational pitfalls that a new business could face? How do businesses in this industry grow? Is additional labor needed as the business grows? These are the questions to find out the capabilities needed. और आपके पास क्या क्या करंट कैपेबिलिटीज है? Does your organization have the capabilities needed to operate this business? अब आपका suppose take an example again. Suppose you need logistics in your startup. You are planning to get your product delivered at home, right? So are you able to meet the capability, meet the requirement as per your current capabilities? Have you that kind of collaboration with some agency, the delivery partner? Is the quotation, is the finances are matching with your entire finance metrics? Right? So what are the potential operational implications? Outcome will be, you will be able to know by this exercise that, does your organization have the technical expertise to operate this business? Will the business operations need to be modified to fit your social criteria? अब आपके पास मैन पावर ही नहीं है, आपके पास मनी नहीं है, उस पर्टिकुलर लेवल तक टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्ट करने का? आपके पास अभी आपकी ऐप डेवलप नहीं है, यू आर वर्किंग फ्रॉम ऑन वेबसाइट, राइट? इज मॉडिफिकेशंस पॉसिबल? हाउ विल इट इफेक्ट द सक्सेस ऑफ योर बिजनेस? विल दिस बिजनेस प्रोवाइड एनफ ऑफ द राइट टाइप ऑफ जॉब्स? क्या आपके पास जो स्किल आपको चाहिए, आपको ऐप बनाना है अपनी कंपनी का, so either you have to outsource it, or is it possible for you to get it done by your software team? Am I able to understand this very important point of operational feasibility?
So, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
suppose, hello.
Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, ma'am. So you just give an example of if a startup build a software. So anything. So
Example of?
A startup wants to build a software.
Wants to
Build, create a software.
build a software, ठीक है?
Okay, so ma'am, so he give a idea to the his employee. So we have a plan. This is our idea, and this we have to complete our task. So if the employee share the idea with others competitor, similarly, if a company if this startup give a tender to others company like outsources, just build a apps for me after and those if that startup, if that company leak his idea to others, then what is the
Please type your question. Please type your question, and meanwhile we are moving forward because only 5 minutes are left.
okay.
What are the financial implications? We had 3 major points: market and operational, and then financial implication. Startup cost. How much will it cost to set up this business? आपकी capital requirement क्या है? Are these costs such as equipment, store fit out, or consulting fees? You have to explore for this. The expenses. Does the potential social impact justify the upfront investment? आपका जो social goal है for the startup, जो आपने goal setup किया है, उतना investment उसको justify करता है? Then break even assessment, जो भी हम बात कर रहे थे. How many units will you need to sell the cover the fixed cost? कितनी आपके प्रोडक्ट की कितनी यूनिट सेल होने के बाद आप उतना प्रॉफिट अर्न कर पाएंगे जो आपकी फिक्स कॉस्ट को कवर कर पाए? व्हाट आर द फिक्स कॉस्ट ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग द बिजनेस? व्हाट इज द मार्जिन पर यूनिट सोल्ड? कुड यू बिजनेस एवर सेल द ब्रेक इवन नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स? सो दिस ऑल विल you have to write down on paper and pen what is your startup cost and what is your break even assessment. अब ये सारे क्वेश्चन जो हमने बनाए, इनका सोर्स कहाँ से मिलेगा? क्योंकि डेफिनेटली आपने इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस मैंने यहाँ शेयर किए, हर एक स्टार्टअप के लिए, हर एरिया के लिए दीज क्वेश्चंस में बी डिफरेंट. एक शू मेकिंग कंपनी के लिए अलग हो सकता है, क्लोथिंग के लिए अलग हो सकता है, सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए एक अलग हो सकता है, सर्विस के लिए एक अलग हो सकता है, एग्रीटेक के लिए अलग हो सकता है, क्लीन टेक के लिए अलग है, फिनटेक के लिए अलग है. तो लेट अस have a glimpse of the resources for making these questions. Talking with similar social enterprise. आप उन लोगों से बात करें जो ऑलरेडी इस फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं. बिजनेस ओनर इंटरव्यूज, बिजनेस के जो ओनर हैं उनके इंटरव्यूज लें, उनके एक्सपीरियंस अंडरस्टैंड करें कि क्या आपको कैसे, किन क्वेश्चंस के बेसिस पर आपकी प्रीफिजिबिलिटी असेस करना चाहिए, वो सब हो पाएगी. विजिटिंग सिमिलर फॉर प्रॉफिट बिजनेसेस, उनको विजिट करें, उनका ऑपरेशन को अंडरस्टैंड करें. आप वहां पर जॉब भी कर सकते हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड द एंटायर वर्किंग ऑफ द एंटरप्राइज. इंटरव्यू विद पोटेंशियल कस्टमर, इंटरव्यू विद इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशंस, इंडस्ट्री मैगजीन्स को पढ़ें, वहां से डाटा उठाएं, वहां से प्रोजेक्शंस लेकर आए. क्या आज की डेट में स्टेटस है, क्या स्टेटिस्टिक्स है which can help you in designing your metrics. Small business associations करें, discussions with supplier where you will be able to understand the cost of raw material and the graph of the way cost is increasing in last 5 years. So this, after doing all these exercises, you will be able to filter out the bad ideas. And now the next step is, once you have completed the pre-feasibility assessment, we have narrowed down the list of potential ideas to just 1 or 2. अब इन 1 या 2 आइडिया के लिए you can begin the feasibility assessment process, which will help to decide whether to launch the business by performing in-depth analysis of the market, potential, financial viability of the selected ideas. अभी जो हमने assessment किया, that was at the measure level. Now, in feasibility assessment process, the same parameters you have to go into depth analysis. So this is something from my side. And now I would like to take questions. There is already a question. What are the prevention to maintain idea if employees share idea with competitors and let third party share the idea? Yeah, ये सबसे बड़ा fear रहता है. Don't worry, Arindam. Don't worry, Arindam. Right. Don't worry. देखो, again, I would like to share. Yeah. I'm answering your question. That see, this is your idea, this is your baby, the kind of hard work, the pain you are going to take, nobody will take for it. Another thing, for preventing your idea, never ever, आपने कहा कि आपको सॉफ्टवेयर बनवाना है, then segment it into the different modules. Don't give the entire module to one person. Distribute the module to different people, right? So it will not be making your idea stolen. It will protect your idea. And another thing, with your team members, always sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, for the sake of securing your idea from your team members. So this is something all about this wonderful topic and very important topic, which is.
Ma'am, do you have a LinkedIn profile? So I want to connect over.
Sorry.
LinkedIn profile, ma'am.
Okay. Let me share in the chat box. Give me a moment, please. My number is mentioned over here, and my email ID is there.
So if now the session is open for the question answer. However, the session was very interactive. So there is some query is there from the Ishu Sharma, Dr. Ishu
Yes.
Sharma. Ma'am, you can ask to our speaker.
Good morning, sir. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, very good morning, Dr. Ishu.
My question is, so we were doing survey of the existing companies. So my fear is that most of the companies, if they are existing, they will not be revealing their all internal details. In that case, how we can proceed for the market feasibility and the knowing about all the procedures, specifically
Yes.
about the price.
About the?
So basically my
Yes.
idea is about the blockchain with the supply chain management. So
Okay.
I have spoken to 2 of the companies, but the internal details like what is the operational cost and what is the that fixed cost, they have not revealed that to me. Obviously, they will not. So in that case, how we can proceed?
See, here we need a support of mentor, because your mentor will be, from the similar kind of field, and he or she will be having good relations with the corporate people, and having an experience of working in the same sector. They will be able to give you some assumptions, one part. Another part is, everything you will not be getting ready. You have to plan the strategy with your staff, with your employees, with your interns, that how may you fetch this data. You have to work cleverly. You have to, I was sharing that maybe if you have a long-term plan, you need to work in that specific company for an year to understand, to take experience, how their operations are, how their, marketing they are managing and everything. But definitely, as an example of blockchain, into the blockchain sector, yeah, because this is one of the, not a very old technology. So you need to connect to some mentors in corporate. You need to discuss with them, and later on, maybe you can try being a customer, in terms of you can inquire to the company, asking for their quotation for particular service or product. This is another way to get, you may not need to be in front, but you can get it done by other people through some agency. You may need to take the help of third party as well. Is it fine, Dr. Ishu?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And if you need any such support, we can help you. We have a mentor of a pool of mentors in various sectors, and you can connect with them. They have enough idea of the corporate, statistics, where they can help you in getting such information.
Okay,
ma'am,
ma'am. Thank you so much.
So how I can connect with them?
Sorry?
So, ma'am, how I can connect with them?
We can discuss case by case, Dr. Gaurav, because this is different, in the entire pool of mentors, we need to find out the one which is related to a specific case, and then we can request them, we can connect with them, we can have an online or offline meeting as per the requirement. That is not an issue.
Okay, so Anuj has raised their hand. Anuj, you can ask.
Am I audible?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for that enlightening talk, because there is so much of information. And actually, I have one basic question that most of the times we are getting a lot of ideas about that startups and all that. But as you are mentioning about the pre-feasibility, but prior to that, we need to focus on 2 to 3 main ideas so that we can go for pre-feasibility of 5 to 6 ideas simultaneously. So what I experienced that most of the times we have a lot of apprehensions whether we are going for this in the right direction initially before getting that idea and all that. So how to get motivated and rid of that kind of apprehensions, that because most of the times we are just getting that social pressures and all that. There is an idea, but we are thinking that, oh, that might not work, but ultimately there might be a chance that that idea is good, but we are not going for that pre-feasibility and all that. So how to manage that kind of things?
Okay, so this will be the last question. So if you have any query, you can post in the chat box.
Yes.
I will send to the ma'am, and will communicate through the message given by the ma'am. I will send to your WhatsApp group. So, okay.
Yeah, your good name, you were asking the question?
Anuj.
Anuj. So Anuj, when we talk about the traits of an entrepreneur, the foremost trait is to be self-motivated. And even sometimes you find it like then you have to move forward with never giving up attitude, right? And an entrepreneur means a person who will get done his or her task by this or that way, by trying 100 number of times, and making it a very efficient approach in terms of money, time, and energy. I understand there are challenges, but once you are going to take this journey, you are going to begin with this journey, then you have to understand pre-feasibility is the most essential step to save your time in future, in future life timeline. Better to fail fast rather than getting fail at the later stage. It's not like if one startup is getting failed, you will not be able to become a successful entrepreneur. And you might have heard number of successful stories where the person started with one idea, and about the biggest example is Amazon. They started with the books library, and now they are an aggregator of all sort of products. So if you are, definitely this is very much understood, very much natural to have multiple thoughts in beginning, to filter out those thoughts on the basis of some concrete analysis, on the basis of some technical parameter, is very, very essential to ensure your success in your startup journey. And I'm very much, I'm pretty sure on this, that is still there is nothing like 200% assurance of getting success. But as human being, we have to move, with a very deliberative thought process. We have to be wise in taking our decisions. We have to do our homework appropriately to ensure taking all the preventive steps in the beginning only. So better to fail fast rather than failing at the later stage while you have lost your precious time, money, and energy.
Thank you so much, and that's so enlightening to hear from you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the accepting our invitation and delivering such an wonderful, informative, and interactive session. So kindly accept digital memento.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
On behalf of Ghaziabad University.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would like to take a click of your beautiful memento, wonderful design, and give me just a moment to take the picture, because for we, the mentors, this is our asset to serve the nation, to serve the youth, especially in, in entrepreneurial landscapes, is something which give us a sense of satisfaction that somehow we are able to serve the nation directly or indirectly, because once the economy of my beloved nation is enhancing, then definitely this is an honor to me. So thank you, Dr. Gaurav, for this wonderful opportunity for delivering this session and to have such a wonderful audience with us.
Yes.
2-3 guys have been very much interactive throughout the session, and really it's our pleasure always to listen your queries and to answer them. So thank you, Dr. Gaurav, and the entire management of Ghaziabad University for this opportunity of sharing my thoughts and knowledge through this platform.
So
I request to,
this was the online talk, and I would like also request to you to kindly visit our university in a physical mode and deliver, interact with the participant also. We have some startup of the student also, so
Sure.
that need your mentorship support.
Definitely.
And yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. It would be my
Sharing
pleasure.
vision
And
our endeavor. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
yeah, I humbly request to all the participants to kindly switch on their cameras for a group photograph.
Yes.
As my, memory for the session, which I always try to keep with me. This is our, fuel to move forward every time.
Yes.
Dr. Gaurav, you can take the picture as a host
Yes,
with all
yes,
the
yes.
beautiful faces in
Yes,
front.
please on your camera for a group photograph. Kindly switch on your camera, please.
What a wonderful target audience.
Yes.
Really, really appreciating.
Thank you so much.
And the credit goes to the dynamic organizing team with a dynamic leader, Dr. Gaurav. Kudos to the entire team. Keep it up. And we have to be energetic. Then only we can keep our, founders or entrepreneurs energized. They should be infected by our energy. This is our, motive behind this, one of the noble service to the nation at this platform. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful experience for me as well. Thank you for beautiful questions. Arbindam, so many questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, kindly permit me to leave the session.
Yes. So we are moving ahead, and our speaker has joined. Dr. Apeksha, ma'am. She is the associate professor at NIET, Greater Noida. She will cover about the soft skill development, communication and information seeking topic. Let me introduce first our speaker. She is the associate professor in English Department of Language, Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. She is having a total experience of more than 13 years in teaching and had completed her journey of doctorate from the Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur. She is the editorial board member of LENSA Journal, the Journal of Language, Literature and Cultural Study, Indonesia, and also advisory board member of AWAN, Journal of Educational Research and Technology Management. She has successfully published more than 30 articles in international and national journal, including Scopus, as well as UGC Index Journal, Web of Science Index Journal. She has authored the book entitled John Whiting, The Agony of the Abstract by the KD Publisher, having citation of Google Scholar, WordCat, Academia, which consists of the critical analysis of John Whiting as a writer. So delegated for the title INSC Young Researcher Award and Research Excellence Award from the Ghaziabad University for excellence contribution in research and innovation activity. She has also organized several events and delivered several invited talk, keynote speech in the workshop as well as in the conference. So I would like to invite our speaker, Dr. Apeksha ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. So I am sharing the screen on behalf of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Sir, is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is audible.
Okay. Thank you for this exhilarating introduction. So, sir, kindly share my screen.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I am sharing. Now, screen is visible now?
Yes, yes, sir. Should I start, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
Okay. A very warm good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Gaurav sir and his team for providing me with such a wonderful opportunity for engaging an academic session. I will always be indebted to esteemed Ghaziabad University, for which I have a strong emotional bonding, where I have worked for more than 3.5 years. So now let's start the session. So hello everyone. and welcome to the world of soft skills with me, Dr. Apeksha, here on Session Point. Well, this session is to give you an overview on what soft skills is all about, and you will be better prepared to understand and rest of the aspects of soft skills under this segment of soft skills. Now, just let us look at the agendas for today's here in this session on soft skills. So can we move to the next one? Next slide. Yes, so you can see on the screen that in today's discussion, we are going to discuss what exactly you mean by soft skills. What is the significance and importance of soft skills? What are the differences between hard skills and soft skills? And there are various other types of soft skills which we'll be discussing in today's session. Why soft skills are important? Soft skills which employers look for while hiring. And there are certain myths surrounding these soft skills. We'll discuss these two. Next. So let's start with a simple definition, though there are many interpretations and definitions are available, which you can see for soft skills, but I've written it in a very simple words that soft skills refers to cluster of personal qualities, habits, attitudes, and social graces that make someone a good employee and compatible to work with. So my friends, soft skills are very important, especially when you are working at your workplace. Next, if you talk about the significance, so well, the significance and importance of soft skills is something which I cannot give you much information, because this is something which is very basic to our day-to-day living. It is something which is connected to your personal significance. So, well, it is nothing but your personal, your choices, your qualities that your people are really attracted to view on you. It is something which is something like basic and simple as your interpersonal skills, how you behave with people, how you communicate with people, your courtesy, your mannerism, means everywhere you will be judged, you will be noticed by your soft skills at your workplace. That is why it makes it very important. So all of these are so important in today's competitive world in which we are living in. Here you can see in significance, that is why these soft skills are also known as people skills and non-technical skills. These soft skills are not at all technical or nothing, it is related to your job. In the workplace, they represent your ability to work efficiently and harmoniously with others, how you are behaving with others, how you are communicating with others. And that is why you can say it is highly transferable skills, because you can pick the positive, the good qualities from your bosses, from your seniors, from your colleagues. And that is the reason why it is less tangible than hard skills. They can be learned and developed. They are those desirable qualities that do not depend on acquired knowledge. Even there are certain fundamental soft skills at workplace which you have, like your creative skills, your persuasion skills, how you persuade to people, your emotional intelligence, and your collaboration, how you work in team. They also include your common sense ability to deal with the people and even your positive, flexible attitude. Why flexible? Means you must be adaptable. You must adapt to the situation which has been provided by your employers. Yes, moving to the next. So let me just make you clear that what is the difference between hard skills and soft skills. So hard skills, my dear friends, are your technical or your domain knowledge, or you can say your functionality knowledge that helps you to gain the job. However, to stay in the job, you need your soft skills. Well, nowadays, more and more companies are switching or paying importance. They're switching from hard skills to soft skills when they're hiring people to work for their company. The very simple reason is that these skills, the soft skills, has gained momentum. The soft skills has gained advantages over your hard skills. So learning and developing your soft skills becomes very important. Now, moving to the next one. Sir, can you please change the slide? Yes. So what do you mean by good soft skills? Well, it is as simple as that. Somebody who is trained in soft skills and has a good behavior, has a good nature and a good communication skill can definitely stand out of the crowd. Rather than a person who has all the technical knowledge but does not know how to speak and communicate at workplaces. Now, that's the essence of the soft skills, which I'm going to introduce you in today's session. Next, what happens when you don't possess a good soft skills? Now, there can be pretty bad repercussions when you do not follow or possess a good soft skills. Just let us take a look at them. The very first is that you have a lack of satisfaction in your day-to-day life. You will have less or no respect in society. There would be poor influence in groups. There is a lack of appreciation and recognition. Obviously, if your soft skills, you don't have a command on your soft skills, your appreciation, your recognition would be just less. Next, you will face them at all levels in life. So, well, fear not, because we all are here to teach you the different basic soft skills which will make you a likable person, lovable in the society. Now, moving to the next. Students, you might even have seen that, just moving to the next slide. So please change the slide. Yes, there are also certain myths which is connected to these soft skills. So actually, these are not myths, actually, but the beliefs of the people, which is truly false. Now, starting with the first one is women are better at soft skills. Well, I truly, definitely do not believe in this. It's not just women-oriented soft skills, it's no gender soft skills. So any man here on this earth can also possess good soft skills. So it is not something which is gender-oriented. Soft skills is the skills or something which can be learned, which can be practiced by both man and woman. The second one is, it is too difficult to learn. Now, let me give a little view on this, that hard skills are much harder to learn. Soft skills are very easy and something which is which are the basics that you do not have to learn at all, basically. Next myth which is connected to these soft skills are, where do I start? Well, there is no time to start. You can start right now here by joining us, by listening to us, how to build your soft skills. The next point, that I need to certify myself on soft skills. Well, not really, but it is always an added advantage if you are certified as a soft skill person. It definitely will give you an edge over the other person who is good at hard skills, but not in soft skills. Okay. Next, moving to the next slide, that is personal attributes. See, students, there are certain personal attributes which people look for while you are learning or while you are a soft skill person. Many people look for your honesty, your interpersonal skills, how you build rapport, how you communicate with the people, your integrity, your honesty, your dedication, means your manners and your etiquettes, how you behave at your workplace. So bring it all your courtesies that you have, even your ethics, your persistence, the pride which you feel, the proudness which you feel while you're working. And the most important is that you must be a good listener. There are many more like this, okay? But the last, being a good listener is very important, because at every stage of workplace, we have to listen to our bosses. We have to listen to our dear colleagues, okay? Unless you are a good listener, you cannot run a team. You cannot be a good colleague to work in a team. Now, we'll discuss, now moving to the next point, that is Benefits of soft skills to an organization. Well, there are many benefits of soft skills to an organization as well as to an individual. Right now, let's take a look at few of them. Well, organization, when they have people with soft skills, will have increased credibility with customers, increased customer satisfaction. They will also have a greater and increased customer satisfaction, more productive employees. They will have more productive employees, outservice the competition. So they will definitely gain an edge over the competition. Increased employer rate, increased rate of interest of the employees. These all points are very important soft skills for an organization. Even the strong team and leadership means also strong team and good leadership team is what you can imagine with people having good soft skills. Next, demonstrated dedication to customer service and support, measurable results and improvements. Obviously, if you have a good soft skills related to organization, your results would be very deducive, very filterable. Last but not the least, incentives, rewards, and challenges for employees. So, well, as an organization, all of these skills, this is definitely what you will gain for once you undergo for soft skills programs, or rather when your employees are trained under soft skills. So these are the benefits from an organizational point of view. Now, moving to the next one, that is benefits of soft skills to an individual. Now, let us take a look on what are the benefits of soft skills to an individual point of view. So there are certain points which I've added. The very first is recognition from the industry, employers, and peers. Obviously, if you are featuring a good soft skills, you will always be recognized by your employers, by your peers group. Next, increased ability to perform on that job. Increased responsibility. You also get increased responsibility, means people start liking you and they will give you more and more responsibilities, accountability, and ownership at work. Your lifelong credentiality is something that comes to your way. Professional accomplishment, you can reach out and achieve success as much as you can because you are somebody who is likable by others, by your colleagues. Even your businessman, you can also tend to become a good entrepreneur or a businessman. Public sector executives, and definitely a public sector executive. So all these benefits, students, you can see which a person can have if once he or she understands what soft skills are and imbibes it in her day-to-day life. So there are certain types of soft skills. Moving to the next slide. Yes, there are various types of soft skills, which you can see. I already told you that some of the soft skills can be adapted and some can be practiced. So few I have noted down here, even some are inborn soft skills, which you can see I've given the examples like confidence, friendliness. These are something which cannot be taught. These are inborn, and also it can be developed. It also improves your sociable nature. So there are certain soft skills which are required in an organization that includes your perfect or your good communication skills, your listening capabilities and abilities, your presentation skills, interpersonal skills, how you communicate with the people, team skills, how you are managing the team or moving with the team, your leadership qualities, your etiquettes, your behavior, cross-cultural skills, language skills, conflict management, stress management, and time management. The last two, the stress management and time management, also becomes very important at a workplace because many a times you have to face certain situations in which you feel to take aback or you feel very negative throughout. Now let's start with the next one, that is communication skills. Communication skills is a broad soft skill category. It refers to how you communicate with your clients, with customers, with colleagues, employers, vendors, or other persons. So good communication skills constitute your ability not only to speak confidently, but also to have a good presentation skills and the ability to listen and empathize whenever necessary. So anywhere you can see that these all are connected to your good body language too. That is why it is important to communicate with confidence, clarity, and impact. And this can be done through your clear, concise, accurate, and well-planned communication. Last point, you can see, students, that I have written LSRW skills. And that is why one should be good. If you all are professionals, professionals should be good at their LSRW skills, means listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Next, even for other jobs, this category is of great soft skills, and which includes other skills are simultaneously related to the communication skill. That includes your speaking skills, presentation skills, your negotiation skill, how you well negotiate with the people, your non-verbal communication skills. See, this non-verbal communication again speaks of your body language, your gestures, your posture, the way you are sitting, the way you're talking to the people. And next, listening and empathizing. Your persuasion skill, that is also very important, students, that the art of persuading means how you influence the people, how you get your points, how you get the people in accommodation to your points. Next, speaking. Next slide. Here you can see that I have added a communication cycle by Shannon and Beaver, where you can see it's a simple diagram where you can see a sender is encoding a message and the message is being sent to the receiver. And what's the part of the receiver? The job of the receiver is to decode the message according to his or her interpretation. So before sending the message, the sender should be very much clear about the channel of communication. So the channel should be very much free from the noises. That is why the last, that is feedback, becomes very important. Once you get a positive feedback or negative feedback, that depends. Okay, so it shows that the message has been shared or has been communicated in the same way as it was intended by the speaker. So that is why the whole communication cycle becomes complete or positive, else it will be a complete failure. Now, moving to the next one. Next skill, kindly change the slide. Yes. So here you can see the most important soft skills at your workplace, that is leadership skills. For managerial posts, it is very important. Leadership skills set is almost the most sought after set by employers. Hiring managers always look for candidates who have good potential to grow. Some candidates are self-reliant, they can work with the team efficiently and even put efforts to make the team and their efforts much and much better. So leadership skills includes ability to lead a team, making decisions and work for the benefit of the company and the team, keeping aside the personal viewpoint. See, leader can never be biased. So this skill becomes very important for being a leader. One has to be totally unbiased, free from the departmental or organizational conflicts. These are defined as qualities which are required to lead efficiently and effectively. So you can see that a good leader exhibits strategic thinking and people management, persuasion, you can just name a few. And even leadership roles are not restricted to workplace environments and are present to varied areas that is directly connected in managing different tasks which has been given at your workplace. That is why leadership is all about making others better of your presence and making sure that impact lasts even if in your absence. Now the next one. Sorry, we are running short of time, so I have to be a little faster. So however, here you can see that the soft skill has some other advantages over other positions, and it also includes or assimilates certain other skills like your team management skills. If you call yourself a leader, if you want to be a good leader, you must have a very good team managing skills. Next, conflict management and resolution. You must know how to manage conflicts in a workplace and how to get a better solution, decision making, drafting delegation strategies, and drafting motivational strategies. Here, I have even added a report according to a survey which says that 85% of our financial success is due to our personality, leadership skills, and negotiation abilities. Sadly, only 15% of that success can be attributed to our IQ. So students, be conscious. Only your hard skills or learning your subject knowledge will not going to help you or compete or competition unless and until you work on your body language, on your attribution, or on your presentation. Now, moving to the next one. Next slide. So here is, students, it's a problem solving activity. So here are 6 basic questions which you have to answer only in true or false. There are 6 basic general questions which I wanted to get answered from your side. So very first question is, problem solving has to start with a defined problem. The second one, there can be more than one correct solution in problem solving. Thirdly, you may need to go through the problem solving process more than once. Fourth, some types of data are better than others. The fifth question is, different problems may require different approaches. And the sixth is, all problems can or must be solved. So students, please, you can even respond in the chat box, just in a true false statement, or you can raise your hands. For the very first question, it's very simple. You can just answer in the chat box.
Yes, you can also unmute yourself and ask the query if you have. You can also post in the chat box.
Number one is true.
Yeah, the very first one is, problem solving has to start with a defined problem. So you can take a few minutes, not only to consider the question, but also to consider why you have chosen this, what you think about this. So
Hello,
students, it's a
I'm
very
thinking that
different question.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
true.
The very first, start with the very first question. Problem solving has to start with a defined problem. Is it true or false?
It will
What
be
do you
true.
think? What?
It's true.
Do you
ma'am.
think it's true?
Yes.
No, it's false. Because it is rarely that case that we have a clear and defined problems to start with. You don't know from where the problem will begin. Often problem solving is a discovery process that starts with identifying the problem itself. You itself have to identify the problem. So students, the answer to the very first question is false. You don't know the root cause of the problem, or when it is going to start, or where, at what point you'll be facing a problem. So always be ready to act multidimensionally. Now, moving to the next question, that there can be more than one correct solution in problem solving. What is the possible answer? Yes.
It will be true. Correct solution may be possible from many ways also.
Yes, very good, very good. It's true. Yes, definitely there can be more than one correct solution, but not all solutions may be optimal. Some may just be adequate. Of course, we should not seek a solution forever, but because we have certain limits, like time limits, and so the best solution not always it is always easiest to implement. So it might be different solution for a certain problem. Now, moving to the next question, that is, you may need to go through the problem solving process more than once. Is it true or false? Yes,
Maybe,
you may need to go to the.
yes, ma'am. I think it is true. I think it is true.
Very good.
Or it depends on some kind of visions. Like you can solve maths with different theorems. So if I see the mathematical problem, so I have two or three theorems to solve that particular one.
Yes, very good. Even I can see the other participants are responding well and saying true. Obviously, for a complex problem, the statement goes true because there are certain complex problem which a problem solving process as being discussed is not at all linear or direct. You cannot say that problem solving which is coming to you would be directly related to you in certain cases. So there could be, so you have to review the process more than once. Now moving to the next question, that is some types of data are better than others. Yes, it's the simple one.
True, ma'am.
Some kinds of data are better. Is it true or false? How can you identify, or how can you, at what grounds you can say that the data you are choosing is better than the other?
Because if the reliable source of data providing is good, or I can trust,
Yes,
then
that could be reliable. Obviously, that could be reliable, but you cannot say that other data it's not relevant.
Oh, then
it's not better.
Ma'am, if you consider the here is others means data resources, like
Yes.
some types of data are better than other source of data, then it is false.
Yeah, that depends. I will tell you the reason why. Because actually the statement is false. Because sometimes during the problem solving process, data don't fit our understanding. Those data get ignored. They may be considered irrelevant or not sizable enough. Basically, it could be because of two reasons. Because when we do not understand the data, we simply brush them under the carpet. And secondly, when the data is not related to your preconceived idea, what you have framed in your mind, then also we just ignore such kind of data. So you cannot say that one data is better than the other, but the statement seems to be truly false because it depends on your knowledge, your perception, your research on what you have learned, what you have. Okay, so you cannot say that as comparative in comparable data that this data is much better than other. Now moving to the next one, that different problems may require different approaches. Yes, I can see the answers. Most of the participants. Can anyone explain why you have written true? Different problems may require different approaches. Why? Because not all the problems have same approach.
There will be a good solution if I try solution number one, and maybe solution number two will be less taking amount resources of. So we should try different approaches, so we can conclude that which approaches is much better than others approaches.
Yes, very good. Yeah, at different levels, we have different approaches for different complex problems. That is why different problems may require certain other approaches. Now, moving to the last question, that is all problems can or must be solved. What do you think so? Every problem must be solved or must be resolved? Yes, students? Do you think that all problems which is raised at a workplace must be resolved or must be solved? There must be a perfect solution for every problem? Any of the participants? Yes.
It's depend on the context.
Yes, true.
Ma'am, if you prioritize the problems, then it's a major problem, then it must be solved. Or if you it was like tricky questions, depends on the situations. And if you if you think that this problem will be solved later, then we have to consider this a secondary problem or third. Basics on the we can ascending or descending the problems according to our need.
Yeah, very good. It depends according to the simple problem or complex problem, but it is not necessary that every time a perfect solution would be provided. So thank you, participants, for participating in this small activity. Now let's move to the next one. That is very important skill related to the soft skill. That is your work ethics. Work ethics are inherent. It is soft skills category, which is really hard to teach. One cannot say or one cannot argue that they can teach you or they can render you the work ethics skills, and even harder to demonstrate during a job interview. It is how a person feels about his job and carries out his duties and responsibilities. So having a strong work ethics means the person acknowledges his position and does the job assigned to him with complete honesty and diligently with almost accountability. So nothing can serve you better than a strong work ethics, and is something that you can't teach. You can learn, you can adapt these work ethics from your teachers, from your learners or your seniors. So moving to the next one, certain points I've written, which you can see is very important. The next slide, please, which you can see that how to work better at your workplace. Also, please change the slide. Yes. So you can see one very beautiful quotation I've added by Vinci, that every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellence. So what things you can keep in mind to work better? You can do one thing at one time. Always try to know the root cause of the problem. Be a good listener. Learn to ask questions. Always try to don't forget or don't try. Always try to solve your queries by asking questions. Communicate upfront. Whenever you get a chance to communicate, just come in front. Create clear structures. Your goals, your attainment should be very much clear. Keep your relationship professional. Yes, this is very important. Do not try to mingle your personal life or your personal points with your professional emotions. Distinguish sense from nonsense. Accept change as inevitable. Admit mistakes whenever you feel that some error or some mistake has been done from your side. Say it simply, be calm, always be calm and keep smiling. So these are the certain points which you can keep in mind to work better at your workplace. Now, moving to the next one, there are certain examples of soft skills which come under these work ethics category. Next slide, please. The most important thing which you must keep in mind is completing the task on time. Yes, time management, that is very important. Then collaboration, punctuality, always be focused and organized. Competitiveness, yes, always be. If you are competitive or in competition, that makes your work much better as compared to others. Perseverance means like regularity, persistence, and certain business etiquettes, which we are discussing now and we have discussed earlier further. Now, moving to the next one. Yes, one of the most favorite soft skills loved by everybody is team skill. So teamwork. So collaboration, also known as teamwork, it is the ability to work effectively with your colleagues, with your seniors, with your workmates. So it encompasses and requires a variety of other important soft skills such as emotional intelligence, adaptability, and communication. So teamwork is all about working your way towards a finish line, but holding the hands of all your other teammates. Here, one data I've added, that 72% of the employees admit that they don't fully understand their company's strategy. That is why having this teamwork skill becomes so important. Working collaboratively means you can solve problems and better understand your own strengths and weaknesses. Working together also fosters a healthy work environment and sharing between the colleagues. So that is why, that is how You can share your problems, you can discuss your problems with your teammates, even your successes and achievements too. Now, moving to the next one, you'll see there are certain examples which I've related to this team management, that is team collaboration, that you must be a perfect team player. Collaborative skills should be there, empathetic skills. You must be very much influential to your listeners, to your audience, and even to your colleagues. Networking skills should be strong, social skills and interpersonal skills, how you communicate with the people, how you communicate with the surrounding, knowledge, how you deal with difficult personalities, etc. Because many times you can face certain kinds of situation which you are not expecting to. So one must be very much adaptable in such kind of situations. Now, moving to the next one, there are certain steps which is required for creating an exceptional, effective teamwork. As an employee, you can, or as an employer, you can just have focus on these points. The very first is assigning a suitable task to each employee accordingly. Keeping in mind the goal you want to achieve helps you to motivate the use of talents available to get it. Second, when hiring, always try to accommodate a broad range of performances and experiences. So by diversifying the set of employees chosen for the project, you have the chance to view your goals and problems from more than one angle. Third is very important, that don't be a boss. Always try to keep a friendlier attitude. Give your employees access and authority to whatever they need to expand their horizon. Next, verify progress by monitoring your team regularly. Yes, this is very important. Checking that they are on the right path, but always giving them a chance to do it their own. This improves their confidence level. This makes them much stronger and more responsible towards their work. Last but not least, that is gratitude is always a key element. So for building trust, friendship, and respect between the employees, the gratitude elements works as a stimulator. Thanking them motivate new responsibility with an ongoing efforts to do things much better in future. Moving to the next one, that is time management. Yes, time management in this era of limitless work and limited time, hiring managers always prefer employees who try to finish their work timely or who know the importance of time wisely. This is also called chronomics in technical terms or professional communication. It's a complete separate branch of study of time management, which is called chronomics. Almost every employer prefers his employees to have time management skills, as it not only saves money, but also increases the productivity of the organization. So here, I would like to play a small game, but it's not, I think I wanted to play a game of 60 seconds, but due to running of time, I'm skipping this game and moving to the next slide.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you can take your time if you want.
Achha, okay. Okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I request my participants just to close their eyes and cover all the clocks in the spaces. You can open your eyes and stand, or you can just raise your hands or just respond in the group by when after the completion of 1 minute. It's just a small 60-second time game. So when to start? Yes, should I start right now? Just you have to close your eyes for 1 minute, but but assure that you don't have to look at your clocks or timings. It's 12:08 right now. Once you finish, please raise your hands in group. Yes, so I can see many of the so here, participants, you'll notice that everyone responds or everyone judges the time at different intervals or different times because each person perceives the passage of time differently. So the time management skills becomes very important, and this time management skills emphasize the subjective perception of the time passing and the significance of using time management tools. Here you can say that as an instructor, I'm not saying that don't race with time, just manage it well. That's the theory or mantra you can follow for working effectively in your team. Next, you can see in time management, I've added certain skills which is correlated directly or indirectly to time management. That is work efficiently, use time wisely, chronomics. Chronomics in technical terms, this I'd already discussed. If you're working according to the desired or desirable time, it always saves your money of the organization as well as the individuals. It increases the productivity of the organization as well. One priority matrix I've added here in a picture that is very clearly visible. You can see here. Here I have this priority matrix, which you can use for managing or dividing your time. How important is the task? So if the task is of high importance, the action is to do it first. And you can prioritize your work accordingly. What you have to do first and what on the second order. If the work is of low importance, then do it later. And if the action is of low urgency, then just ignore it or don't do it at that particular time when you are running out of time. So now moving to the next one, there are certain key phrases which is connected to this time management skill that I've discussed as the goal setting and management, your planning skills, how you plan or execute the things, how you control the things, how you be more focused and more diligent in your work. One more picture I've added here, how just to divide a time management skills, that if the work is important and urgent, try to manage it somehow for short-term crises and problems. Secondly, important but not urgent, to try to focus on long-term strategic goals. If the work is urgent but not important, avoid distractions and interruptions. And if the work is not important and not urgent, just limit your time wasting activities. Now, moving to the next, that is critical thinking. Yes, critical thinking involves careful observation and analysis. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. In the previous slide, ma'am, can you elaborate with the examples? Because many times we could not able to segregate efficiently.
Yes, obviously, whatever the task may be or the task assigned to you, okay, you can use this priority index. The very first, I use the term manage. When many times simultaneous work or multidimensional works comes at the single time in interval. For example, during the NAT. At NAT time, we most of the employers or professionals, they all are busy in doing the different kinds of NAC or preparing NAC files. So what exactly you can do? Make a priority index. So very first, you can manage what task, what is the most important task which is to be submitted. So first manage to do the most important one which you have kept. Sequentially, you can keep the second one in queue, and thirdly, if it is not urgent, but just if not urgently required or not limited to the time limit, okay, so you can just, for the time being, you can avoid it. Not I'm saying that you don't do or don't work on that. Just you can avoid for the certain time period, okay. So just the motto is that whatever tasks has been assigned to do efficiently, one must follow a matrix index, and one must prepare a graph, how to move on, how to work, and how to divide your time management. This would make you a better time management employee.
And
Next.
in the daily routine activity, also we can apply this one, ma'am. In daily routine activity.
Yes, so obviously, in daily routine activity, someone is preparing for the competition, someone is preparing for going for a better job opportunity. And along with those different challenges, we have our household work that we cannot ignore. So it's better, even I always used to follow in my daily routine habit, that what things or what criteria or what task I have to manage or keep on my priority index 1, and which also includes my children's examination. So always, for being a good soft skill person, you must manage your time well. Because if you have all the qualities in you, if you are a good speaker, you are a good listener, but if you are not able to manage the time well, then there would be certain limitations, or there would be certain failure from your side. So according to me, I would suggest that even in your daily routine, one must follow or adapt such kind of graphs.
And using some softwares also, ma'am, for looking after this thing, or notebook or any other specific thing, if you suggest.
Why to use software? You can you can prepare your own priority matrix. That what skills you have to, what things you have to do it first, what next, what other tasks or assigns you have to focus later on, or you don't have to do it. So these are the simple assigned tasks which you can do it by your own. It's not any app or any website is required for making your time matrix index.
All right. Thank you.
So moving to the next one, that is critical thinking. So critical thinking is a very important soft skill that requires your careful observation. How critically you are analyzing the things, how objectively you are analyzing the information, giving a reasoned judgment. It involves the evaluation of the statistic, facts, or observable phenomena, or certain kinds of research findings, because many a times you can see that certain research which is available to you has been provided by different sources, by different persons. So being a critical thinker, you must analyze, you must scrutinize the things, the information which has been available to you. So even in today's competitive world, hiring managers always try to love candidate or favor candidate who can evaluate the situation using their logical thoughts and come up with the best possible solution. Now, so here I have added a picture of the first get into the problem, delve deep into the thought of the problem, then think, and then provide a solution. Next, moving to the next one. Again, I have added certain key phrases which is directly or indirectly related to your critical thinking skills, which makes you a better critical thinker. You must be analytical while you are using the data or while you are interpreting the data. Good problem solver, artistic sense of mind, critical observer. You must have a desire to learn, because if you don't have the desire to learn, if you don't want the change, then you cannot ask, or you cannot call yourself a good critical thinker. You must be an innovator. Innovator means what? You must develop yourself as a good entrepreneur, as a good businessman, or a good professional. So for that, you must be a good innovator. Good logical thinker, logically always think in the good sense or a bad sense, but you try to interpret the things in a logical way. You have to be a critical thinker accordingly. There is certain critical thinking strategies which are written here, like reasoning, identifying, evaluating the things, analyzing, and again, reflecting the things. Once you move through all these processes, lastly, you can just analyze and reflect the things which has been presented. Now, moving to the next one, that is adaptability. So not everyone, this soft skills will help you to secure your position at your workplace. If you are adaptable, being adaptable and open-minded means not everyone in the workplace will share your religion, your caste, and other sets of beliefs. So it is always in a very advantageous mode when you are adaptable and when you are open-minded. Moreover, being adaptable and open-minded is almost a prerequisite of soft skills in this changing competitive world. Being adaptable is all about embracing the differences and going with the flow. There are certain times when we have to move. It depends that many times you will not be in support of the management, you will not be in support of your college, but we have to move according to the flow. So being adaptable is a good choice for a professionals. Now, next, there again certain key phrases which is related to the adaptable is be calm, always try to be optimistic, look from a very positive point of view, whatever comes to you or whatever challenges has been given to you. Always be open-minded and curious. Curious means try to learn new things, try to adapt and involve new strategies, new things in your workplace or in the department where you are working. Next, conflict management. Next slide. Yeah. So this is also a very important kind of soft skills which needs to be learned a lot, which needs to be practiced a lot because it is somewhere related to your anger issues. So always each person has different set of goals, wants, and needs. And at work, each person may have different opinions about what needs to be done to solve a problem. So conflict management skills helps you to minimize the negative impacts of workplace conflicts on you and the people who are involved in that and your whole team. They're basically what you would do when you sense a certain kind of disagreement coming on you. Even conflict resolution provides an opportunity to deal with conflicts in a favorable and open manner. Sorry. That is why it is always said that try to respect one another's point of view, because many times I think we are in a habit of always influencing or always focusing on our provider solution, or our given data. Why? Always try to be flexible, try to respect another points of view, try to welcome another's point of view. And that is why you can, and that is how you can handle the situation in a very constructive manner. Next. Yes. Yes. If you see on this conflict management skills, I have added certain phrases which is again related to the conflict management skill which you need to practice. That is your communication skill. Why communication? Communication. If you are a good communicator and you want to solve the conflict or certain kind of conflict in your department, so you must have such kind of persuasive skills. You must have that ability to persuade the people, to influence the people, and that makes this communication point important in this conflict management skills. Next is your emotional intelligence. Active listening. Obviously, one has to be a very good listener. So, okay, just tell me, what do you mean by emotional intelligence? Can anyone tell what exactly is meant by emotional intelligence? Is it something related to make or break in the department or at workplace? Okay, so yes, emotional intelligence. If you see it as an ability, it's an ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as at the same time recognizing and influencing others' emotions too. And that skill, if you have, you can easily manage or convey the conflict management skills in your department or in your organization. Now you have to be active listening, open discussion, then patience, be patient and impartial, and always keep a positive attitude while working. One tip I've added here, to use while using the conflict management skills, that use a meeting management tool like Fellow to have a structured, collaborative meeting agenda to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to speak. Yes, this meeting agenda is a very good approach that you can start, guys, because in meeting, every employer, every participant, every member will have the opportunity to express or to ask the question or to resolve their queries. So this could be a good strategy which you can use for solving the conflict management. Now, moving to the next one. Certain conflict management strategies I've added here, like the very first one is avoiding. So avoiding is when people just ignore or withdraw from the conflict. They choose this method when the discomfort of confrontation exceeds the potential reward of resolution of the conflict. So when conflict is avoided, nothing is resolved. The second one is competing. Yes, competing is used by people who go into a conflict planning to win. They are assertive and not at all cooperative. This method is characterized by the assumption that one side wins and everyone else loses. So it doesn't allow room for diverse perspectives into a well-informed total picture. Next is accommodating. Accommodating is a strategy where one party gives into the wishes or demands of another. They are being cooperative but not assertive. This may appear to be a gracious way to give in when one figures out that she has been wrong about an argument. It's less helpful when one party accommodates another merely to perceive harmony or just to avoid the disruption. The fourth one is the collaborating. So collaborating is the method used when people are both assertive and cooperative. A group will learn to allow each participant to make a contribution with the possibility of co-creating a shared solution that everyone can support. The last but not least, very important, that is compromising. So another strategy is compromising, where participants are partially assertive and cooperative. The concept is that everyone gives up a little bit of what they want and no one gets everything they want. So compromising is perceived as being fair, even if no one has the particularly happy with the outcome. So students, these are the strategies which one should remember to resolve the conflict management, like avoiding, competing, accommodating, collaborating, and compromising. Now, friends, we have come to the end of our session of this soft skills overview session. That I hope you might have understood a little bit on what soft skills are all about. So do not worry, because all these subheads which I have discussed now will definitely give you so much idea on how to imbibe soft skills, which is the completely need of the hour. Thank you all.
Okay. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the informative talk. So dear participant, if you have any query, you can unmute yourself and discuss with our esteemed speaker. Hanuman sir, yes, sir.
Madam, I have seen your complete all the qualities. So
Yes.
is all the qualities to effectively apply it? How do we can use it? Actually, we have to, many times we struggle ourselves to adopt
Yes.
the qualities. And every time, whenever we will do any courses or ourselves in the daily life also, or while teaching also, or anytime. So there's just different things used to come. It all will strike. And we will try to develop that one, but we are not getting efficiently and effectively apply that one. So
Yeah.
to overcome this one, can you suggest some of the things so it will be easy for us to apply that?
Yes, obviously, sir. What I have told you in the very first phase of my discussion, that soft skills there are certain, these are the hard skills you can easily get through your knowledge, through your technical knowledge or functionality knowledge. But hard skills is something which needs practice. So you cannot say, or I cannot refer you certain things which you can daily adapt or which you can daily practice for getting command on all these soft skills. The very thing which one can do is for improvisation or for improving one's soft skills or certain kinds of skills which is required at the workplace is practicing or always trying to implement such kind of things in your nature. And these things will be learned. Hello. Yes, these things can be learned. Sorry, sir, my video has stopped, I think. Yes,
You can
so
switch
these
the
things
video.
can.
Problem is there. So
Now my video is visible. Yeah. So these things you need to adapt yourself in your life by practicing and inculcating those skills and learning those skills by your seniors, by learning certain skills in your daily routine, which you can imbibe in your personal lives, even in your professional lives. There are even certain soft skills programs which are available, but I won't suggest to move with such kind of programs. It's not necessary when you can work on that skills by yourself, because a person is a good learner by yourself, and you can, these are the skills which can only be practiced by your own. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other skills which you want to
can you
discuss?
suggest a specific book on in soft
Specific
skills?
book on soft skills, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes, there is a book, one you can say, one I remember. It's on completely on body language by Bird Vishal. Yeah, the complete book on body language that is proposed by Bird Vishal. I will just write his name in the chat box. Yeah, so that book is basically on the complete body language, the way you are managing yourself, the way you are moving, the way how to use your, even while speaking, what kind of body language you are using, because there are silly small things which we make mistake or we are not in knowledge of. So for example, let's take an example of body language. So there is not exactly a perfect book. You can just inculcate those skills. Suppose while I'm talking, I know that while I'm talking, I must use my hand gesture. But at the same time, I know that there shouldn't be any gap between the fingers while you're talking. Your fingers should not be splattered or splitted. Okay. So certain kinds of body language can be learned. Certain kind of things, various skills can be learned, which is required for being a good presenter, for being a good listener. At the same time, if you are leading the team as a good leader, what kind of body language or what kind of skills is necessary, that all is mentioned there. But the thing is that as a listener, as a participant, or as a member, we must ourselves, we must self-practice all those skills, and we can inculcate all those skills in our day-to-day activities. That is the only way out of it, to learn the soft skills, because it has nothing related to your degree knowledge. It has nothing related to your course knowledge. These are the inner hidden skills related to your behavior, how you present yourself in front of your colleagues, how you present yourself in front of the team. So just you can practice and inculcate those skills. But you can go through this book by Bird Vishal.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. It was a nice lecture. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and this wonderful
Thank you, Gaurav, sir.
talk. So kindly accept digital memento
Sir, 1 minute.
from on the behalf of School Innovation Council of Ghaziabad University, as well as the organizing school.
Sir, 1 minute. Yes.
Thank you. Once
Thank
again,
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you a lot, sir, for this honor. I'm really grateful to you and Ghaziabad University for giving me this opportunity. Thank you a lot. Thank you,
So
sir.
Dear participant, I have shared the feedback link in the chat box. Kindly provide your feedback. Your feedback is very important for us to enhance, to rectify the query and all the thing. So in the feedback form, there is a section for the title on which you will conduct the market survey, and that will be your problem, whatever you have identified for the preparation of your project preliminary report. So on 11th and 12th of the July, there will be the homework. We will not come online. So you will do your market survey, as well as you will conduct the collect the online data from the questionnaire, and you will prepare a report. So on 13th of the July, yes, on 13th of the July, we will meet, and there will be evaluator and external expert who will assess your presentation. You can make a presentation also. You can show your study in the Word file also, PDF file also. So it will be better if you can present on the PPTs. Make 5 to 7 slides, and I will circulate one Google form to collect your PPT in the PDF format. That is keep with us for the record purpose. Now, if you have any query, you can ask. Anyone?
So in 13th, 10 o'clock, we have to meet again.
Yes, sir. On 13th, we will assemble here with external evaluator as well as experts who will evaluate your PPR. And because there are various sessions, important session is scheduled, like business plan preparation. So on the idea, whatever you have selected, we will learn about how to prepare the detailed business plan, how to validate your business on the business model canvas, how you will gain the you can manage the working capital assessment, production planning, manufacturing organization, purchase technique, break-even point, product costing, cost consciousness, cash flow, profitability, balance sheet preparation. There are market analysis, time management. There are a lot of lecture will be scheduled, has been scheduled for the to train you. So first you do the market survey. The expert will evaluate your ideas. They will give the constructive comments. You have to rectify, you have to work on that. And I am wishing you all the success ahead. I am wishing you that from this 50 participant, there will be 5 startups from this participant. So this is my little expectation from you, that we will get 5 startups after attending this TEDP. Thank you. Thank you all.